Hi, welcome back to Life in Progress. And today we are going to talk about one of my favorite topics, mental health. Here are my mental health goals for 2026. Ito yung isang bagay hina-highlight ko pa ulit. Mental health. Alam ko sa Pinas, minsan sobrang extreme ng mga tao. Trust me, yung mga tanong sa akin ng mga tao, simula nag-start ako mag-talk ng mental health, ang lala. Sira ulo ka ba? Baliw ka ba? Ano ba? May anger issues ka ba? Ano ba? Ang dami. Basta ang weird na mga questions. Kaya minsan, ang hirap makipagtalo sa mga tao. Wala naman sa wavelength mo. Plus, I don't use my social media to argue with strangers because it's nonsense. Wala talaga akong mapapala doon. So, I'd rather use it to just express myself. Eto na yon, walang kulang, walang labis. Yun na yon. Kaya I'm very, very blessed and privileged na I can show up like eto na, diretso sa social media and post. But mental health is very, very important sa heart ko. Medyo late ko na siya natutunan in my 30s na. Siguro kasi na 20s, parang di din naman uso yun, di ba? Di ko nga rin alam ano yung mental health noon eh. Ako mismo, akala ko noon, parang pag may problems ka lang talaga, yung depression, diagnose, ganyan. Yun pala, mental health is just like working out in the gym. Ini-exercise mo yung brain mo, kung paano mo ini-exercise yung muscles mo sa body. Kung nag-workout kayo, makaka-relate kayo. Parang glute workout din pala siya. Kailangan tinitrain mo yung brain mo magkaroon ng power, mag-resist, mag-build ng boundaries. And that's why I keep on talking about it. Kasi sobrang importante siya for me to stay focused, to become stable, and magkaroon ng peace in life together with emotional maturity. Kasi parang, minsan pagkausap mo yung tao, tapos walang emotional intelligence, parang wag na lang. Doon pumapasok yung mental health. Kaya pag-uusapan natin yan. This episode is not about hustle or toxic positivity. Parang ano lang talaga. I just want to share ano yung mga gusto ko mangyari. First is protect my nervous system. Thank God nga na uso na to sa social media. Pinag-uusapan na yung value ng nervous system. Prioritize my sleep. Yun yung number one. Kung ibibigay ko yung hierarchy ko, sleep, exercise, then food. Yun yung tatlo. Importante sa akin. Kasi paano ako magpo-function kahit kumain ako ng kumain ng kahit anong healthy, kahit anong matcha inumin ko, kahit anong tea inumin ko. Kung kulang ako sa tulog, my body will never recover. So kapag hindi ka natutulog, stress ka, hindi mo alam ang nangyayari sa body mo, hindi ka makaka-function ng maayos. So nung ginagawa ko yung goals ko for 2026, I want to prioritize my routine in Madrid. And I want to stay calm. Uwi na lang talaga ako sa Pinas kapag talagang kailangan ako. 2026, hindi ko rin priority mag-travel. Ang priority ko is my routine in Madrid. Kaya naghahanap ako ng isang thing na magkukumit ako ng todo-todo. So sabi sa trainer ko, magkukumit ba ako mag-New York Marathon ako? Pero hindi ko talaga gusto tumakbo, or mag-hiking ako, or pupunta ako ng Norway, titira ako doon ng mga 2 months. Something like that. I want to value a routine because health is wealth. Alam ko, sa Pinas, medyo late na nire-realize ng a lot of people na health is wealth pag medyo nasa ano ka na, magkakasakit ka na or may sakit ka na. But thank God, because nakapag-travel ako ng sobrang early in my life. Nakita ko yung culture ng mga tao abroad. I started being very careful sa health ko. Parang 21, 20 pa lang ako. Nagpunta ako na Australia, doon ko na-realize, it is nice for women to have muscles. Doon ako first nakakita ng women na batak-batak. Parang ako, oh my God, kala ko dati commercial lang yan. Totoo pala, may ganung tao. Doon nag-start yung fitness journey ko. Doon ako nag-start magbuhat, mag-lift. Like, oh, this is the kind of body that I wanna have. So, yung travel, hindi lang yan for, alam niyo yun, aesthetic, ganyan, or Instagram. It just shows you a lot of things na hindi mo minsan nakikita sa sarili mo country. Next is to stay calm. Ang hirap, lalo na kapag may business ka. Paano yung mga tao ang kukulit? Isang bagay pa ulit-ulit. Parang ngayon, ang meetup namin, 1 p.m., 3 p.m. na, wala pa rin dito yung gagawa ng shoot for my kombucha. So, I am expected to be kind, to be patient, to be understanding. kahit unreliable and inefficient yung tao. So, paano mo magagawa maging calm? Diyan na papasok na understanding our emotions. Anger is an emotion. Alangan naman, inefficient yung kausap mo, 3 hours late, tapos ikaw calm, nakangiti ka pa rin, ha, how are you? I hope you're well. What do you want to eat? No, you will get mad. Kasi emotion yun na dapat mo maramdaman. So ako, ang paniniwala ko sa buhay is, if I need to carry this table and kailangan ko ihagis ko kaysa magkaroon ako ng autoimmune disease. Kasi kung i-research nyo, yung mga babae nagkakaroon ng autoimmune disease, hindi nila nilalabas ang emotions nila. Because tinuruan tayo, wag magalit, wag mag-express, because anger is bad. No, I don't believe in that. If gusto ko to ihagis, syempre hindi ko ihagis sa tao, ihagis ko sa gilid. So if you wanna get angry, it's part of regulating your nervous system. Kasi the more you hold it, the more magkakaroon ng tension yung hips nyo, yung neck nyo, yung shoulders nyo. And this is proven by science, ha? Even yung mga trainer ko nagsasabi na, Angeli, when you are angry at your employees, sa work, or sa client, or kung naman nangyari, release it. Don't hold it. Go for a run. Release it. Yun yung pag-regulate the nervous system. And we don't need to be doctors to know that. And of course, stop normalizing chronic stress as ambition. We deserve luxury sa buhay. Suffering is not success. Yung pagsasuffer is not a badge of honor. And suffering is optional. Like yung sinasabi, ang pagiging tsaka ay optional. Ipipiliin natin maging tsaka, hindi siya mandatory. Nasa sa atin yan. And sa recent post ko sa thread, sinabi ko, if you don't want to become a bitter woman, start working on yourself and don't get mad at women who do the self-work. Kasi when you don't do self-work, magagalit ka talaga sa babaeng sexy, maganda balat, maganda buhok, masaya, may pera, kasi hindi mo tinatrabaho yung sarili mo. So, the only choice you're left with is maging bitter sa someone else. Minsan sa hindi mo kilala. Number 2 is, I want to choose peace over proving. So, kumuha na ako ng tao na mag-handle ng TikTok ko because I just cannot handle it. Iba yung wavelength ng mga tao nandoon and iba yung wavelength ko. And that is okay. It doesn't mean I'm better than them. It doesn't mean they're better than me. Though sometimes they think they're better than me. Boom. Ayoko na. And I don't have anything to prove to them. The only people na may gusto ako patunayan, mga clients lang namin yung sa Access Travel because they are my bread and butter. Sila lang ang gusto ko i-convince bilhin yung mga trips na ginagawa ko. Sila lang yung mga gusto ko i-please because I make money from them. Sila lang yung mga gusto ko isamba, amen, amen, because I treat my clients, especially the good ones, like they are the closest thing to God for me. Because without them, I won't be here. It may sound very cheesy. And yun din yung tinuturo ko sa mga ka-workmates ko. You treat your clients very well. Without the clients, wala kami dito right now. Of course, there are some mean clients in between. But most of our clients are talaga, grabe, sobrang thankful ako. Minsan alam mo yung pagkapos ka sa parang cash flow, biglang may darating na client. That's God! Bagong client na hindi mo naman nakausap, biglang nagbayad. Si God yun for me. Nagpunta para i-save ako at hindi ako mag-suffer with anything because I choose luxury for myself because I deserve it. Kaya parang let go of the need to explain, defend, or impress. Silence is a form of self-respect. Sinabi ko to sa TikTok video ko na nag-viral. You don't have to open your mouth. If your side, wala naman nag-ask. You open your mouth if someone is asking you. Kasi some people, they've made up their mind about you. What's the point of explaining, defending? Wala. Diba? And impressing. What's the point of buying things? If gusto mo lang makita ng kapitbahay mo, if gusto mo lang makita ng kaibigan mo, if gusto mo lang makita ng ganito, parang yung iPhone, it's such a big deal. Diba? Parang leave and let people live. Diba? Yung mga tao na nagsishame, may iPhone ka, pero inutang mo installment, hayaan nyo na mabuhay yung mga tao if that's the way how they want to live. Yes, we have the right to give opinions, pero sometimes, nobody is asking for opinions. Parang may shinare ako na nakikinig ako sa story ng Grab driver ko the other day. Nakikinig lang ako sa kanya. Tapos shinare ko yun sa thread. Sabi niya kasi nagloko daw yung asawa niya. Tapos may nag-comment doon, you just listen to the side of the Grab driver. You don't even know the side of the wife. Parang ako, girl, sometimes in life, we don't need to give our opinions. People just want us to listen to them. Listening is one thing nakakalimutan na ng mga tao because everybody, I mean, not everybody, most of the people, they just want to have a conversation for the sake of answering back, for the sake of just giving their opinion. Sometimes, the only thing people want from us is listening. That's it. And that's how I want to live my life. If somebody's making cuento, I don't care what's the other side. I'm in front of this human being. Makikinig lang ako sa kanya, and that's more than enough na. Number 3 is build emotional boundaries. Not walls, ha? Be kind without overextending. Saying no without guilt. Yes without resentment. I honestly don't believe in kindness. I believe in goodness. So maybe I should change that one. Be good without overextending. When you choose being good over being kind, you know the difference. Kasi pag good, overall yan, including yourself. Okay, I'm going to make this decision. It's good for me, good for other people, and good for the environment na kinagagalawan. But sometimes when you're kind, you're just doing it for the sake of being kind. And sinasacrifice mo yung sarili mo. Because, aminin natin, it's easier to be kind to other people than to ourselves. That's why I'd rather use, I want to be a good person instead of being a kind person. Ang dami nakasurround sa akin ng mga kind people na naloko ng mga tao, including my own siblings. They are some of the kindest people I have in my life. And sometimes I hate them for that because naloloko sila. That's why I always tell them, they're younger than me. Be a good person instead. Because when you're good, you also put yourself, this is not good for me. And I don't want this. This is not good for this person. So I can't do it. So medyo less yung people pleasing. And in-include mo yung sarili mo. That's a very valuable insight. Sobrang proud ako na ganun na ako mag-isip. Number 4 is reduce dopamine dependency. This year, grabe ang lala ng pag-scroll ko. And alam nyo ano yung siniscroll ko? Dogs. Yung algorithm ko, puro dogs, cats, grooming places in London, in New York City. Gusto ko na yun bawasan. Even good thing siya. Pero less scrolling. Kasi minsan kung ano pa din nakikita ko, naghiwalay si ganto, nagloko si ganto, I don't want to consume these things. Or may ginawa si ganyan, may bagong chismis, may nag-viral na gantong chismis. I don't want any of this. If bibigyan lang ako ng opportunity, if i-filter ko lahat, ang gusto ko lang makita sa algorithm ko, dogs, travel, nice places, AP watches, Bottega bags, para fun. And if gagamitin ko na rin naman yung scrolling, my 2 cents for people who take life very seriously, start watching reels. Nakakatawa siya. Hindi pa rin ako makamove on dun sa pinanood ko na ano yung sound ng iPhone pag may tumatawag tsaka Samsung. Tawa pa rin ako ng tawa mag-isa up to this moment. So when you feel like you're becoming too serious, punta kayo sa Reels, mag-scroll lang kayo, matatawa kayo. But it still depends ano yung lumalabas sa algorithm nyo. Kasi when we don't depend too much on dopamine, less chaos, fewer emotional highs and lows kasi naka-steady ka. More steadiness. Yun nga lang, it comes with more boredom as well. Kasi minsan pag bored ka, di ba? Parang kinukuha mo lang yung phone mo, magbasa ng book, ganyan. Tsaka yung tolerance din, tumitibay. Kaya mo na labanan yung boredom. And more present ka, whether good yung nangyayari or bad. Number 5 is stop romanticizing struggle. Suffering is not a badge of honor. It never will be. Growth doesn't need to hurt to be valid. Hindi natin kailangan magtrabaho ng 18 hours a day to say, uy, nag-grow ako, busy yung schedule ko. No. Choose ease where you can. And I'm also aware it's a privilege. Some people, they don't have that. And if you have that privilege to choose ease, choose it. Because some people are dreaming to have a life like you or me or ours. So, know your privilege. Stop romanticizing struggle if you have that privilege. If pwede nyo piliin na hindi yun nabigyan na yung attention yung isang bagay, wag yun nabigyan na attention. And basic example niyan, social media. Not all posts on social media are about us. Why engage with strangers? Fight, argue, choose ease. If somebody has different opinions, let it go. Diba? Ngayon nga ako agad block pag may makita ako. Though may people na ako yung nag-handle din ako nagbabasa. Wala siyang value sa buhay. As in, wala siyang value sa buhay. Next is probably my favorite. Curate your inner circle. Fewer people, deeper safety. Ano ba yung safety na sinasabi ko? When we have few people in our life na sinasabihan natin yung mga bagay-bagay na nangyayari sa atin. Kasi no matter how self-sufficient we are, we need people in our lives. I have my very, very close friends na pinupuntahan ko pa talaga sa Sydney, sa San Francisco, sa LA. Yung safety ko with them when I tell them things, anything, no judgments, no nothing. They just laugh with me. Those are the best friendships for me. May wala akong filter. You can say anything. Minsan nga offensive na yung pinagsasabi namin eh. That's safety. You don't have to think about whatever jokes gusto nyo sabihin. Friendships are about laughters. You just laugh and laugh over the most nonsense and stupid things. Those are the best friendships for me. My friend in Australia, si Charles, we do a lot of things together, and his partner. Grabe, ang saya. Best memories, best experiences na hindi ko makakalimutan. The things I've shared with him, I think pati mama ko hindi niya alam yun. Because I am safe with him. My secrets are safe with him. I think he is the only person who knows how much I make in a month. Even my mom doesn't know. Because ganun ako ka-safe sa kanya, and ganun din siya ka-safe sa akin. I was the first person na nakaalam na he was gay. Because safe din siya with me. Bago niya sinabi sa family niya, ako yung una nakaalam. Those are the people we want in our lives na we are safe. Talking about relationships, distance yourself from draining dynamics, even familiar ones, even families or old friendships. Yung mga friends ko na iba, na wala na kami mapag-usapan, hindi na ako makarelate, wala na, I broke up with them. Parang, I don't want this anymore. Kahit 18 years na, 15 years na. I mean, what's the point for the sake of having a friend? I think the best relationships, yung iba, some of the best relationships my experience ko in this lifetime, hindi ko pa na-experience. I still have best memories to enjoy, best people to meet, and best relationships na gagawin ko pa. Because that's what life is all about. You have to leave the old baggage for you to welcome new things. Kasi if dala-dala niyo yung mga old baggage, you won't be able to create space for new people to enter your life. Number 7 is practical maintenance, not constant healing. You don't always need to work on yourself. Sometimes stability is the work. It's a myth. Every time I'm brokenhearted, mag-travel. Every time may setback, mag-travel. Every time may something na nangyari na maliit na bagay lang, bibili na bagong gamit, damit, or healing, kukuha ng coach, kukuha ng ganito, kukuha ng ganyan. We don't need to work on ourselves all the time. Sometimes the best thing we can do is to celebrate what we already have, to celebrate our failures, mistakes that we are trying. I think it's very toxic. Tuwing na lang may nangyari, let me do the self-work. Tuwing may nangyari, let me travel. Nakakapagod. Parang yung journey mismo, naging task na may deadline instead of learning from life, flowing with life. Once in a while, siguro we can do it. I have an episode on that. Self-love versus self-indulgence. Hindi naman pwede may konting sadness lang, bili na agad ng bag, gastos na agad ng ganito. Sometimes we just need to sit down and have coffee with ourselves. But if you don't know how to sit down with yourself, that's another problem you have to face. First, we have to start with that. We have to be comfortable with ourselves. Yung jumping from one relationship to another, one friendship to another, that means you haven't met your real self yet. Maybe that's the work. That's the start of the work. That's the beginning of the work. Maybe 2026 should be about you knowing yourself first instead of meeting new friends. Maybe it's time to change your goal. Instead of meeting new friends, going out, maybe it should be, I need to meet myself. Oh, ganda nun. I love that. Papalitan ko din yung isang goal ko for 2026. I want to meet myself at 35. Oh, bongga. Number 8 is detach myself from timelines na hindi ko naman ginawa, society yung gumawa. Hindi naman nila ako kilala. Bakit ko naman susundin yung societal map na ginawa ng ewan ko sino? 'Di ba? Your life doesn't need to look impressive on paper. Emotional fulfillment over milestones. There's just nothing in it. Following other people's timelines, other people's journeys, or your healing process nila, or your system nila, because there's no one like you. You're the only person in this world na parang na ikaw. Wala nang katulad mo. Walang may kahit sino same ng life mo. Same with me. There's nobody like me. And when we change sa mindset na ganun, doon natin na-realize how special we are. Everybody is on a different path. Even you try to force things. I've done that in my life. And I was like, maybe it's just not for me. Hindi, kahit ano pilit gawin ko sa isang bagay or sa tao na maiwan siya sa business example, when they're just not for you, I don't know guys if naniniwala kayo sa universe. When things are not for you, you will get hurt. Again and again and again. Hanggang sa matutunan nyo. Or if you wanna go the science way, until you don't learn your lesson, you will keep on repeating your patterns again and again and again. Kaya nga minsan, di ba naririnig nyo, a person attracts same person again and again in different faces lang. Di ba? Lahat kunyari ng men or ng women, emotionally unavailable. Maybe it's not them, it's you trying to fix all of them. It's your pattern. That's why you're attracting them again and again. Parang ibang itsura lang, ibang height lang, ibang color lang, pero parang same. Na-experience nyo na ba yun? Parang, ano ba to? Paulit-ulit na lang yung nangyayari. In science, that's you repeating your actions. Kasi yun na yung nakasanayan mo. Kasi yun na yung na-wire or paano mo na-train yung brain mo. Kaya need yan ng recalibration. Kailangan mong mag-self-work para hindi na ganun yung ma-attract mo. Number 9 is learn to self-soothe. Don't outsource regulation to people, trips, or purchases because in the long run, you will suffer. Learn how to develop skills. Ano lang, tiny things lang. Walks, isulat nyo, diba? Mag-breathing work kayo, mag-stillness kayo. Alamin nyo, ano ba problema ko? Ano ba nangyayari sa akin? Me, I only travel when I wanna disconnect talaga. Like when I travel na may dinadamdam ako ha. Like pumunta ako sa Costa Rica, walang signal sa loob ng farm. Talagang nakapag-isip ako, okay, this is the root cause of what I'm feeling right now. Hindi yung parang nasa Siri ka, ino-overload mo lang yung sarili mo, tapos sasabihin mo self-work. Ginawa ko din yun. Pero tapos na ako. That's why I get to share all these things. Parang, let's stop outsourcing. Kailangan self-sufficient tayo emotionally and mentally. In short, kailangan matuto tayo mag-move on our own. Kasi when you keep on telling other people your problems, parang minsan nawawala na yung essence ng problema, nagiging opinions na lang ng mga tao. Parang imbis na masolve mo yung problem, yung isa ganito opinion, yung isa ganyan opinion. Hindi mo na alam ano yung problema kasi nakafocus ka na lang sa opinions ng mga tao. Sa trips naman, imbis na solve mo yung problema, nag-escape ka lang for 1 week, let's say. Kinuha lang ng Japan konti yung attention mo, babalik ka pa rin sa problema mo. Sa purchases, same. When you buy a new bag, masaya ka lang a week, 2 weeks, or tuwing ginagamit mo, then you apparently forget. That's why create small things. I think I made a post about this on Threads na I hope you win the silent battles in your head that you go through every day with small things lang you enjoy. Mine, yung na-enjoy ko, weightlifting and espresso. Sobrang masaya na ako doon. Parang na-solve ko na lahat ng problema ko in a day. Kasi dopamine yun eh. Dopamine yung weightlifting. That's why after nun, parang saya-saya ako. Para ako nasa heaven. Lastly, pero syempre not the least, build a life you don't need to escape from. Peaceful routines. My Madrid life is my most peaceful and beautiful thing sa buhay ko right now. Hindi ko siya pagpapalit kahit kanino, kahit saan. Wala. I love it so much. Kahit nga nasa Philippines ako ngayon, kahit bahay namin yung inuwian ko, bahay na mama ko, I don't feel home anymore because I miss that peace na meron ako sa sarili kong bahay. Yung gigising ka, kukunin ko yung Dyson na panglinis ko, lilinisin ko. Ilinisin ko yung mga walls ko. Ang saya. I found peace in routine, which is so beautiful. Yung trainer ko doon, kahit minsan, hindi na namin alam na pinaggagawa namin. Minsan may training kami, bigla na lang cake na lang kakainin namin. Dinidelay namin yung mga training namin. So those are the beautiful moments na part ng routine ko. When not trying to escape your life or when you are building a life na ayaw nyo takasan, it's very important to be honest. Kailangan honest tayo sa lahat ng departments ng buhay natin. Kung nasaan tayo financially, mentally, emotionally. Because when we are not honest with ourselves, yun yung punot dulot ng bakit gusto natin lagi mag-escape. Because we can't face our own demons. Nung naging honest ako sa napakadaming bagay, dumali yung buhay ko. As in. Kasi when you lie to yourself, how can you face the problems? First, you have to be honest. We hear a lot of things, self-work, good things. But in my dictionary, yung self-work ko, even the bad things, I want to know what are my bad traits. Kailangan alam ko ano yung masama sa pag-uugali ko. Hindi pwede good things lang yan. And walang santo, walang banal-banal. Lahat na tao may pagkamasama. Lahat na tao may flaws. Hindi naman yan santo-santo tayo, di ba? Parang, and one thing I've learned sa therapy ko, if you think you don't have these things na narcissist, self-centered, oh, you have a lot of work to do. Because we all have our flaws. The difference lang between these people na nagpo-point ng fingers sa others, narcissist ka, blah blah ka, self-centered ka, arrogant ka, tapos pagdating sa sarili nila, di nila alam, is self-awareness. Yun yung gap. Yun yung gap. A lot of people label me na I'm arrogant. May nagkapera ka lang, yumabang ka na. Actually, no. Kasi I've always been honest with myself. Hindi man ako galing sa walang-wala. My parents always supported me. My parents love me. Or I'm not my mom's retirement plan. My only obligation is my life. Diba? And I'm very proud of that. And I walk with pride and confidence that I don't have any pressure. The only pressure I carry is paano ko pa papagandahin yung buhay ko. And that's a fact. That's me being honest with myself and with my community na never ako makaka-relate sa mga breadwinners because I don't have that responsibility. And being honest with myself and with people around me made me a more confident person kasi wala akong tinatago, wala akong lies. And I've also heard na some people think I do money laundering. Sana nga. Kasi kung nagma-money laundering ako, bakit pa ako mag-record ng podcast dito at magsasayang ng oras? Diba? It's those kind of gossips. And I know my honesty. And I know my life. And I know myself. I mean, head to toe, good and bad, alam ko na yan. Alam ko na when I've made a mistake. Alam ko na when I need to apologize. Honesty. That's it. When you are honest with yourself, everything feels lighter. So that's one thing you need to add sa to-do list nyo. Be honest with yourself. And lastly, a private, grounded life is the best life. Dun ko tatapusin. And being grounded doesn't mean humble ka, ganyan, ganto, di ka nagsusuot na branded. That's a misconception. Being grounded means you know your values, you know who you are, and you don't need to tell people. That's it. Diba? Ang daming misconceptions because of social media. And iba-iba tayo ng tao, which is absolutely okay. So that's all for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And super excited na ako ma-apply ito lahat. And sana magamit nyo din. And I look forward to growing with all of you this year. Tatapusin natin ulit ang year na to ng maganda. So, yeah. That's all. Thank you for listening. I hope you follow all my social media accounts, Anjali Dub and Life in Progress PH. And subscribe to my YouTube, Anjali Dub. See you on the next one.